to my channel. So today I'm going to do my THOSE eyeshadows update. I'm excited. I do have one shade rolling out, but I will be rolling in 2 new shades today and I will explain why. So typically I have 5 shades in this project and I roll a shade out once I hit pan, or I have used that shade 20 times. I have one shade where I have only a few more uses left and I'm very, very close to hitting pan. So in anticipation of that, so I didn't want to delay filming this for a whole extra week, I do think I'm going to hit pan in it in the next week. I'm going to be rolling in its replacement today, just so I can get a little head start. And yeah, I think that would be what I want to do. So that's what I'm gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. And I also did hit pan in one of the shades today, so I think it'll be exciting. I do love this project. Typically I roll a randomized palette and then I have been choosing my shade in that palette. A few years ago I was just doing it completely random in my collection and I don't think it was working out. I think this one's working out a little bit better for me and I'm enjoying the shades a little bit more because I'm picking them. Okay, let's start with the shade that I've used the most this month. It's actually from this one, the Vintage Glam from GlossGods. I actually have a little bit of this shade on today. It's called She's Timeless, and it is a very light pink matte. It's here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see a little bit of a dip forming, but I've used that 7 times this month, and I was really hoping to hit pan on it. This is not the one where I'm rolling in the shade to replace it, but I do think actually I will hit pan in this one relatively soon. I think this month I will have a pan and then I can roll it out. I don't know, I usually focus on the shimmers from GlossGods, but this shade has been fine and I do have it on my lids today. It was the second shade that I put on my lids, but I think you probably can't see it anymore. But it's nice, it's pretty. Like a baby bubblegum pink. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that because my hand is a little bit tan, but there it is. That one is staying in. I've used this now a total of 10 times in this project, so I have 10 more uses or hit pan. I think I'll be able to hit pan before the 10 uses are up. Next up we have a shade that I rolled in last month, which is from my WhatsUp Beauty palette, the Dragon's Eye palette. And this one I rolled in, I wasn't sure how I was going to do with hitting pan on the WhatsUp Beauty formula because I have never done it and I actually have never seen anyone else do it either. So I went into this very, very blind, but I actually have it on my eyes today. It is this shade right here called Fly. It is definitely, I think, one of my favorite shades in this palette. It's really beautiful. It is a kind of a greeny yellow, bright, very yellowy green, bright, sparkly shade. And I have it in my inner corner along with a pure matte white. And I've been really enjoying this. So this one I have used a total of 5 times this month. Didn't think I was going to hit pan with just 5 uses, so I'm not surprised, but I do feel like there's a dip forming. It's kind of a creamy, sort of chunky shade. So I don't know, it could go one or 2 ways. It could take absolutely forever for me to hit pan in this, or I could hit pan in it really easily if I carry on as I'm doing. But yeah, if you look at those two together, they're quite stunning. So you can see it's kind of greeny, but it also has yellow to it, and in the right light it also has blue to it. So quite a fun shade there, and I've been really enjoying it. I've just been using it in my inner corner. Sometimes I've been putting it in the middle of my lid, but not too often. So that one I've got 15 more uses or hit pan. I think I could hit pan before 15 uses, although I don't know how deep they are, so we'll have to wait and see. Okay, next up is a pan that I've hit. I've had this palette in the project for I don't even know how long. Since before the beginning of this year. I think I had it in December or November time. It is from the Alva from Odin's Eye, and it's the shade Baby's Breath. I feel like I've been working on this for a good part of half a year, and I actually have. I mean, it's June already. I've been working on this longer than half a year, which is a bit scary. It's a bit scary. And I used it 4 times this month, and I finally hit pan, and it is this shade right here. So excited that that is rolling out now. I'd already hit pan in a couple of shimmers in this palette already, so I knew that these like the depth of these pans are super, super deep. They really are. They do take, like, test your patience. You do have to like keep going. When you think you're there, you're not there. So, but thankfully after 4 more uses this month, I did hit pan. And I wasn't really using the shade all that often in the previous months. I think I only used it like once or twice at a time. So my uses on it wasn't even high to begin with when I ran into it this month. So I definitely forced myself to use it quite a bit more. And I ended up using it 11 times in this project to hit pan. However, I did use the shade a few extra times before I rolled it into the project. So it didn't take me 11 times in total, but in the project it did, which actually is not so bad. It's just not a shade that I was always drawn to for some reason. It's a very warm tone shimmer, so it's not a shade that you can easily put in your inner corner. And there were so many other shades that I was working on in the last few months that I'd rather use on my lids than this shade, so it just got forgotten. But thankfully I rolled it out now and I don't need to look at it anymore because you know, it's just been driving me mad. Okay, next up is a shade that I have not hit pan yet, but I'm almost at my 20 uses and I really just want to roll in another shade to replace it, because this is another shade that I feel like I've been working on for more than half the year, and it is one of my Colourpop singles. It is the shade Getaway. It's originally from the Flutterby palette. And this is what is looking like. I know that with shimmers from Colourpop it's quite hard to know where you are with it, but I only have 4 more uses left on this shade. I used it a total of 3 more times this month. I got quite a lot of use on it this month because I did put it on my nails. So it actually currently is what's on my nails, but it's all scratched off because it didn't really work very well as a nail polish. But I've been, you know, kind of playing around with using some eyeshadow for nail varnish this month. And this is what it's currently looking like. So it's kind of a pretty shade. I just didn't go back in and redo it. So I definitely need to redo my nails. But I think what I will do is probably use it a couple more times on my nails, and then hopefully I will have hit pan. I mean, I feel like that's quite a big dip, and I only have 4 more uses in this project, but I don't want to just stop at 4 uses and not hit pan. I put that much effort into this shade. I want to see a pan, so it has to go up to 22, 23 uses. I'm going to do that because Colourpop usually takes me more than 20 uses to hit pan anyway. However, I am so sick of this shade that I just want to roll in a new shade in its place. So this is the one where I'm going to roll in another shade and have 6 shades to work on, but hopefully that's only going to be for the next week, and then it will bump down to 5 shades. And what I said in my last update, or the update before that, is I'm going to be pulling a single from my Colourpop just so I don't continue neglecting these. So I don't know if I'm going to do them randomly or not, or just pick, I don't know, I could do 1 to 3. I have three different slots I could do. They're all different kind of colors. Because I've just done the sort of purpley pink slot, I think what I want to do is either pull from this reddish brown one or from the yellow, green, blue one. Maybe I'll do 1 out of 2. Leave it up to the gods to decide my fate, as I like to say. And then from there, I will pick a shade. Okay, and then last but not least, actually it is the least because it's the one that I've used the least, is from this palette. It is my Essence palette, the Disney The Lion King Circle of Life palette, and I chose a matte in here, and I kind of wish that I hadn't. I kind of wish that I had chosen a different shade, because I have actually gone back into this palette this month and I have used a couple of other shades in the palette that I feel like I would have enjoyed a little bit more, considering I've only gone into this matte shade twice in the last month, which is not a lot, and it's this one right here. It's called Pride Lands, and I don't know, it just, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's actually a nice matte, but I don't think I'm going to hit pan in this anytime soon, especially within 20 uses. I just don't think it's going to happen, but we'll wait and see. I've only used it 2 times, and I've used it, what, a total of 4 times so far. I've had it in for 2 months. I don't know, it might be sticking around for a really long time, but you can see, I mean, I kind of just want to, I don't know, I want to do something different. So now we're going to roll 2 new shades, but we're going to do them a little bit differently. So first I'm going to roll in the next palette to choose from. So I have all of my new palettes in here. Oh, I hate that noise. I hate that noise. Okay, so let's see what we pick. It is the WhatsUp Geodes palette. What? Why is it always WhatsUp Beauty? That is crazy. Okay, so we're gonna have the WhatsUp Geodes palette, and then we're gonna do a number generator. I'm gonna do 1 out of 2. And then we're gonna see which one. Did I click it? Yeah, I did. Okay, two. All right. So that's gonna be the red, brown, you know, slide, whatever these things are. Okay, so this is the WhatsUp Geodes palette. Really, really beautiful. I haven't used this too much. Gosh, I just said I don't know how easy these are to hit pan on. I'm already working on the Dragon's Eye. I mean, fine, whatever. It is what it is. I actually have a little bit of use on this shade right here called Rose Quartz. I think that one's a really beautiful shade. Again, there's an inner corner, and I'm already using the other one as an inner corner, so I don't want to use another inner corner. Citrine is also really pretty, and maybe I'll do Citrine, but also that would probably go in my inner corner as well. It's gotta be... Oh gosh, do I even go with the green? I mean, the green is beautiful. Green doesn't even look green. It's got like yellow to it. Oh my gosh, I do not know. Citrine is gorgeous. I think I might go with Citrine just because I think it will go with some shades that I know I want to work on. This is Rose Quartz though. Rose Quartz is just as beautiful. It's got more of that vibrant of pink. Okay, I think I'm definitely gonna go with Citrine, even though I just said I don't want to pull a shade that I most likely will use in my inner corner. I lied to you. I'm going to do it because I think that's probably the shade that I gravitate to as soon as I look at this palette. I don't really want to work on any of these mattes because I'm scared of them. And these darker shimmers I'm kind of scared of too. So I'm gonna go and pull Citrine. That's going to be our official fifth shade. Okay, it's a little, okay, so it's not that different from the Fly shade from Dragon's Eye. It's a lot yellower. This one's got more of that green, so they might conflict with each other. I might have done the wrong thing, but I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. All right, so that is going to be my fifth shade that I am rolling in. However, now we need to pick my Colourpop shade, which I think is going to take me a while to figure out. So we did 1 out of 2, so this would have been 1, but we chose 2. So let's have a look. So I've got a lot of the Wild Child in here. I've obviously got Orange You Glad. I've got a little bit of the Miss Bliss, although some of the Miss Bliss is also in the pinkier side. And then some of the Main Squeeze in here too. And then other various shades in here. So let me think. Now this one I may want to do a matte. I could cheat and do this one. This one I had in my pan those eyeshadows a couple of years ago. Or was it my Zodiac panner? It was one of them and I just did not hit pan, but you can see I've got a dent in there. So I could roll that one in. I'm kind of wanting to roll in a nice buttery brown though. That might work well with the Pride Lands from Essence. So I don't want to pick anything that's too mid-tone because that Essence shade is very warm tone and mid-tone, this shade right here. So I don't want anything that's going to conflict. So I'm feeling like I should go with one of these darker mattes, and I think that they might be easier to focus on because I don't have anything else that's as dark as that, and I could use those as little liners and stuff. This one, I have to say, was one of the easiest Colourpop shades I've ever had to hit. That shade is so beautiful. It's from the Wild Child, and it was just, I think I hit pan in like 9 uses without really trying. It was just one of those crazy shades where, I don't know, it just wasn't super packed like some of the Colourpops that we get. So a lot of these are really beautiful and buttery. Like this is a gorgeous shade. I think I might actually go use that one. This one's a little bit more red tone. I don't think I want to do the red tone. And I think, yeah, and I don't want to do a shimmer. I think I'm going to go into this one right here. And I think this is also from the Wild Child. And I don't have a name on it. So yes, it is from the Wild Child, because the Wild Child's the only ones where I think I didn't name them. I didn't write the names at the back of them. So I couldn't tell you which shade this is from the Wild Child palette, but it is, and it actually is really soft, and that's another reason why I'm picking it. It just feels buttery soft and I think that it won't be super hard to hit pan on. So that's my new color story. Very neutral. There's no like pops of color at all. I mean, aside from this pink, which you can barely see. So otherwise it's a very, I would say, summery sort of palette for me, because I like to go into these shades in the summer because they're just quite neutral, warm tone, and very, very easy to wear. Like these are so easy to wear. So I'm excited. Yeah, I think I'm super excited. Okay, so I'm rolling in another Colourpop shade and don't know what that one's called, but we will have to wait and see how I do over the next month. I definitely want to roll out the other Colourpop shade in the next week or so. So very excited about that. In terms of the other ones, she's timeless. From this one, I definitely think I'll have this one also rolled out by next time as well. So hopefully I can roll in at least one new shade, because even though I'm going to roll out the Colourpop this month, I'm rolling in the replacement already. So next month update might not have any pans. If it does, I think it will probably be this one. I don't think any of the others are going to be anywhere close, but we will wait and see. I feel like I haven't filmed in ages. I had pre-filmed a lot of my videos last week, and I have not filmed anything in like 5 days. So I do feel like this video felt really, really weird to film, and I've been all over the place, but maybe it's not as noticeable on the camera. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. That's my new color story for my THOSE eyeshadows. I'm very excited. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.